Over the last 3 years, I've built a channel reviewing Microbrand and Aliexpress watches, but which ones really offer you the best value? Well, give me 5 minutes and I'll break that down for you. Hi guys, my name is Jason and I am your watch guy today. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the pros and cons of buying Aliexpress and Microbrand watches, and we're going to delve into which ones offer you the best value for your money. Now, yes, they sit in complete different price brackets. However, that isn't the only way that we can measure value. Yes, specifications and the money that we pay for our watches definitely play a big part, but that's why we like to pick Microbrands and Aliexpress pieces. But I believe the value of these watches come down to much more than just price and specifications. I'm a big advocate for Aliexpress watches, and I think that they can be the perfect gateway drug into this hobby that we all share. Some would argue that brands like Casio and Timex are where beginners should start their journey with really cheap, inexpensive pieces. However, I think that Aliexpress offerings are a little bit too good to resist at times. Take Pagani Design for example. For the price of a battery change at Timpson's, you can pick up a watch with an NH35 movement, a dive bezel with a ceramic insert, sapphire crystal, and a recognised look to it. If you want to treat yourself a little bit more, the likes of San Martin take their watchmaking to a completely different level than Pagani Design. The finishing and details in these pieces couldn't be further away from what you expect when you see Chinese watch. With a plethora of options suiting pretty much every budget and any style, Aliexpress has a watch for everyone. However, their biggest skill is definitely with a copying machine, and that is where the biggest drawback comes with most people. The contrast comes in the world of Microbrands. Yes, they're a little step up in pricing in most cases. However, they offer that small level of originality that really helps us to connect with a new watch. And it offers that chance to connect with a brand that you do not get when you buy an Aliexpress piece. Often enough, I find myself investing in the brand, the story, and the watchmaking as a whole over just the specifications and pricing. I'm often immersed in the design and story behind certain brands, such as SWC. As an example, they offer a product that is miles above the mainstream comparison in pricing, and they come from a family-owned brand, which has its own story in watchmaking and houses some incredibly talented people. Others offer a classic twist on classic pieces that we absolutely love, but at a much more reasonable price. Take Vario, for example. They offer their really beautiful trench watch, which is inspired by the trench watches of yesteryear that you just can't pick up anymore, packed with a modern movement, a few modern twists, but gives you that effect of owning a really historically beautiful piece, and at a fraction of the price of most of the market. The modernised 1918 trench watch comes in at a mere £323, and this is a brand run by a man that you can actually contact yourself in person and he will reply, and that is a twist on the mainstream market that we are used to. And I think this is really where the value aspect comes into conversation. When we look at the value of a watch, we have to consider a lot of different aspects. Obviously, the price and specifications are a big part of that. The offerings on Aliexpress are really hard to beat in that respect. Usually packed with a reliable Japanese recognised movement, stainless steel cases, sapphire crystal, all the good stuff that you look for in the mainstream market. So what isn't to like? Well, if that's all you're really after, if you're just after a spec sheet at a really good price, Aliexpress is the way to go for you. But if you need a little bit more substance, I think you need to start to consider the Microbrand world. Microbrands offer fantastic specifications at a fraction of the mainstream market still, but when you look into their stories, their backgrounds, they may also hold that substance that you really want when you become a serious collector of watches. They fill that emotive checkbox that a lot of us really do need when we want to connect with something so personal as a watch. Brands like SWC, Vario, RZE, Isotope, many more on the market are pretty much all family run operations that are trying to tell their own story and giving you a chance really to include yourself within their story. I think for me that's a huge part of why I really do respect Microbrands and why I really do value their watches much more than I usually value an Aliexpress piece. They give us something that Aliexpress simply cannot offer. So which is better value? The answer really does come down to how you feel about your collection, how you feel about your watch buying process. If specifications are a low price or all you care about, then go for Aliexpress. There's nothing that is going to beat that, especially with the likes of San Martin. That's definitely where you should be spending your hard-earned cash. But if you're slightly past that, or you need that connection with a product like myself, then you really should consider the Microbrand market. They give you the option to connect with a brand on a more personal level and really invest in their story. And I think that really does add value to a lot of our collections and it adds value to the story of our collection. So guys, tell me what you think. Where do you find value in your watch collection? What do you look for when you're buying a watch? I'd be really interested to see how many of you agree with my opinion and where your opinions differ. Remember to comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.